We're rolling. Can you imagine if I talked like that the whole time?
I would love that, actually. We got like a Siggy's. Yeah. What do a Siggy segment?
Sex.
Yeah, light.
I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. I was smoking a cig.
You're gonna get lung cancer, you know.
Oh my God. I visited abroad. They call them fags there.
Oh, wow.
I was sucking on fags before I got to London. Let's put it that way.
Are you on my balls, sister? Hello, welcome to Twink Twank Twunk, everybody. Woo! We're back. We're so happy to be back. I am your co-host, Zach. I'm a gleeful child at heart, full of whimsy and wonder. I originate from elves from the forests.
And my name is Greta. My name is Greta, and I believe that this generation is going to run us into the ground over avocados and lemonade.
Oh!
My name is DIVOS, your favorite piece of walking, talking visual art, and I'm dressed as my old lady character, Greta, today. She's obsessed that Western culture does not allow older people to be perceived as sexy, and I think that's not right. So she has something to say.
And why does she think lemonade is an issue?
When I was young, the only way to make lemonade was to buy it from sweet young children at the elementary school who were trying to raise money to go to Washington, D.C.
Well, of course.
Today, you get it from homophobic Chick-fil-A and people act like it's the Lord's nectar.
So that's why.
That's why. That makes sense.
Does that clear things up?
It does, actually. Okay. And fun story, when I was being raised...
Wow.
When we laughed, I was taught that's bad luck to ever drive by a lemonade stand and not buy lemonade. So I was driving home this one time on a cheerful sunny Friday.
Oh.
And I'd like swerve to do a U-E to pull up to this little kid's lemonade stand. It was a pretty bad cup of lemonade. It was way too sweet.
Really?
It was too sweet, you know? He didn't mix it well.
I just went to one down the street from us, and there was a strawberry option. There was and it was really good, and they always like...
Kids these days. Back in my day, we had water and we had lemonade. And that was it.
No sugar?
No sugar. It was tight.
You only got sugar for me, baby.
You went. You puck it up.
I love to give like people at lemonade stands like $1 more than they ask for. They're always like, oh!
I know. It blows their little minds.
I know.
It's really... It's really, really cool.
Well, we have something to celebrate today besides part 2 of the pod coming back.
Yes, we do indeed.
Zach, do you want to let everyone know?
I do. Today, I officially put in my 2 weeks notice for my corporate wealth management job.
Woo!
In about a month at this point, I'll be on a plane to Southeast Asia, flying to Bangkok, and making our way down to Phuket in the south of Thailand.
So you're telling me you quit a good job with benefits to go Bangkok full time?
I did.
Oh my God.
I'm banging cocks here. I left my healthcare behind.
That's so exciting.
When you're banging cocks, you don't need healthcare. Oh. I will tell you, quitting a job is stressful.
Yes, tell us all about it. Break it down.
Oh my gosh. I knew this was coming for a month or two, right? I was going to leave. I was kind of working up to it. But it's just, you make good connections with these people, with these coworkers, and you want to leave on a good note, but you just feel bad leaving them with more work. I have 2 lovely, lovely people on my team, Megan Lee and Megan Lee. I'm Megan Lee and Megan Lee. And I mean,
oh my gosh, you should tell them about the podcast when you leave.
Ooh, you think so?
I know you're not going to do it, but you should.
But I should.
Why not? It would be sweet.
It would be kind of fun.
You can keep up with your travels.
Yeah, but I'm going to post on LinkedIn and find it that way.
Ooh. Would you post Twink Twank Twunk on LinkedIn?
Maybe. If I was
so you're ashamed.
No, my LinkedIn is just curated for a different vibe.
Interesting. So this isn't a project that you're proud of.
Oh, it's a project I'm proud of course.
Okay.
But I'm not sure this project helps me get wealth management jobs. Per se. But anyway, it's stressful to leave a job. You just know you're leaving these coworkers that helped you so much in the past year and a half. Leave them with more work when you're gone, But,
and you don't hate them. You like them, actually.
And I don't hate them, yes. But when I tell you, they were nothing but... They're like, Zach, that's so cool. I'm so excited for you. I was almost about to throw up. I was so nervous about to do it. But once I got the ball rolling, they were just so nice. My boss was so supportive. Like, I wish I did that when I was your age. That whole supportive mentality. It was really, really sweet. And hopefully I'll grab a cup of coffee then when I get back and see what they're up to.
Yay! Yes. Oh, that is like such a big life moment.
It's huge. I know.
Wow.
I thought about today. For the first time in like a year, will be able to sleep in on a Wednesday
without. Sorry, I'm not going to be able to make it in today.
I have to work from home.
With this job, you cared so much about it. You didn't even when you were sick, you were working. You were still up. You didn't even sleep in.
I never took a sick day. Which, one of the new. Not on paper, I didn't.
Sure.
Actually, I took one sick day where I was deathly ill. I was curled
gosh,
with a ball on the floor, like whimpering to myself.
Zach doesn't handle being sick particularly well. I don't think.
Well, that was a rogue.
It was
case.
rough. It was rough.
Yeah, I had a terrible case of the flu. If you noticed, that was right at the start of the podcast too. Mm-hmm. Maybe you edited it out, but I would be coughing every single episode for like the first 5 episodes.
And through every episode of the first 10 episodes, you were coughing. You were hacking lung. Back in my day, some of my good girlfriends, they'd hack into their handkerchiefs and out would come some red. Consumption. They were gone in 2 weeks.
Hey, my little secret, I wasn't sick. I was just puffing Marlboros. Come on, your back. Oh, you're changing your wig? A Marlboro.
I'd mash up a cranberry, throw it in the back of my throat, cough that bitch up, and take 2 weeks off of work.
I got consumption, all the plague, all the heavens.
So we took a week off. Well, hi, everyone. We missed you. We really did miss you
so much.
But I don't know if anyone's familiar with this concept, but taking time off of working is really good for you.
Yes. I have been trying to tell Devin that for years.
Yeah, it's not really my brand. But and it's not even that I took time off work. I just didn't get in drag for like 5 days because I still was working on Pride Month and everything. But I realized when I started to edit the promos again for Twink Twank Twunk, I have like a new fresh perspective. I have new ideas.
Yes.
I'm excited. We have a crazy filming schedule that we're going to do to make sure that we have episodes for you for pretty much the entire time that Zach is gone. So I almost don't want to give away the magic of exactly how many episodes we're filming because
we don't need to.
We're working really hard for you. Just know that if it was any other project, and if I was any less crazy, and if Zach was any less kind and supportive, I don't think Twink Twank Twunk would be able to miss this period. Yeah,
but it will persevere. It will survive. We will.
It will be so iconic when we're sitting back here when you get back, and we're like, oh my god, like. We didn't have to stop the project. So our goal is that it's going to be 30 episode seasons, and then like they're around once a year kind of, but we'll probably take like a month off after 30 episodes. But we're in part 2. We're in the rising action of the season.
I can't wait. You know my favorite part?
What?
The climax.
What do you think climax? Do you think that's episode 20, right before part 3?
I think... Ooh, or is it?
Maybe that's the episode that you are the doll, the diva, and the geesh.
Ooh. To be revealed.
To be continued.
To be revealed.
So, Zach, what did we do yesterday that we really recommend everyone go out of their way to do? We swam.
Oh.
We exercised.
I was going to say, we watched anime.
And we watched, which also we really recommend to everyone at home.
Yes. Let's talk about swimming.
Well, I didn't realize how long I hadn't been swimming, and my reasoning for situations is like, if you're ever wondering, like if you're listening to a sane person talk on this podcast, the reason I stopped swimming was because my shoulders and arms were getting too strong and too broad, and that didn't work for the DIVOS silhouette, and because I was getting a hair transplant at the age of 25 as gender-affirming surgery. And so those were the two reasons that I stopped swimming. What got me to start swimming? The ferocity of Kim Kardashian showing up to the Met Gala in the tightest waist I've seen. Did you see what I texted you?
It was, and she's on the point.
She was essentially on point as well. And so there's a lot of talk online. I'm interested about your opinion here, where people are saying, "Oh, she's what's wrong with today's society. Like she's giving people wrong body standards, etc., etc." Do you want me to say what I think first, or what you think first about that?
Let's see what you think first.
To me, I don't think she's trying to tell people this is what you should look like. I think she's showing people that she wants to present art. She sees this celebrity status that she has as her job, and so she's going to give you something crazy to talk about. Like, everyone's talking about it. Everyone's calling her, good or bad. And breaking news, everybody, but it hasn't mattered if people have said it was good or bad in her career. Look at where she is now. like still absolutely slaying it.
Skims is skyrocketing right now.
Like, I cannot wait to see the exercise schedule that she went through to put this in. And like the fact that she was willing to be on point for this Met Gala, like when she did the Marilyn Monroe dress, which admittedly didn't make it out of the Met Gala in perfect condition, but she like essentially worked for 2 weeks and lost like 1.5 inches off her waist so she could fit into the Marilyn Monroe dress before the Met Gala. Like, and she like I think it's heroic. I think it's art. I think it's fashion. And I think it's exactly the amount of absurdity that I want from the celebrities. And it inspired me to start swimming again.
That's awesome.
Which was the point of the conversation. So what do you think? What do you think?
You're not gonna like my answer.
Okay.
I think the only reason that famous people do things such as that or do famous things is because like, it's kind of like, why not? You know,
Mm-hmm.
like why not be snatched? It's like, look at me. Because like if they can, fuck yeah, do it. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like I know I'm wrong. I know celebrities try and prove points and do art, and I know they have messages. But for some reason, like if I was famous, I would just do things just to do them. Just because I can't have a snatched waist, you know, just I can't wear 2 hats at the same time in that guy, like just to do dumb shit. So I
think we're saying the same thing.
Oh,
I actually think we're saying the same
Camera
thing.
2, you got that?
I don't think that Kim. Well, that's what I'm saying. I think people are taking her too literally. I think they're taking like her body proportions and everything, where it's like that's not what a real woman looks like. Oh. And she's like, I know.
So
that's
what?
the point. Like I want to look as like snatched and how I want to look as possible.
How delusional you have to be to think that that's what a real woman looks like?
Well, I'm not gonna. We shouldn't comment on that.
Well, true.
People really struggle with their bodies and everything.
Cut that.
No, I think that's fair. Like, no, that's a good point to consider. But to your point, where it's like, I don't think Kim was making like a grand statement about corsetry or the fact that like the male gaze on the human or the female waist. Like, I think she literally just wanted her proportions to be ridiculous.
I love that.
And she'll do anything for it.
That's awesome. Yeah,
I think she's so cool.
That's very DIVOS in my opinion.
That's what got him in the water.
So that's why we went swimming. We went splish
Kim Kardashian.
I personally had stress to work off because I was quitting the next day, but
yeah,
Kim helps. But how did we feel afterwards?
Wow.
Oh my god.
Well, so usually the first time after swimming, I get out of the water and like it's like World War Z. I like can't see which way is up. Like I feel like I'm gonna pass out. But I felt really strong. Maybe I like had a good ate the right amount of time before swimming and like drank enough water. But I felt amazing. We took ourselves. If you're not following us on Instagram, we make a whole production out of letting everyone know that we've worked out every time we work out.
Yeah. I will say I thought about as I was swimming yesterday. I haven't swam in months since November, since last time we went together, probably.
Yeah.
But I jumped in, even though I was out of swimming shape. I hadn't gone in a while. I was still like faster than I thought I was going to be. I had good form, and for background, DIVOS and I, we grew up doing like he was on the swim team at UCLA. I played water polo all through high school. Like I've swam my whole life pretty much, and just having that background and being able to swim is everything. I mean, there was that girl next to us who was just kind of like she was trying really hard, but just was getting half a distance just because her form was like untrained. Not a bad thing. She's still a great workout. Which swimming is a great workout.
If you are swimming, it's the only workout you literally need to do to look amazing.
I know. Like you get cut. You get so cut.
You get really cut. I think it is like how you were saying, we kind of just know how to do it. I think our bodies, like growing up, like we built our bodies that way.
Absolutely.
Which, maybe the shoulders isn't what I wanted, but I didn't know at the time. But I feel like a superhero in the water. I literally, like, every single time I swim, still to this day, it feels like I'm doing something, like, supernatural. Like, it's, like, so magic to me.
I love it. I also love when I'm amongst friends, and I'm, like, just the fastest one there.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, no matter when.
Oh, wait, I have a fun story.
What?
So Zach and I worked at the summer camp once, and at the end of the summer, we had like a few days to kind of mess around at like the facilities and just kind of, do whatever we wanted. So one thing we did was a swimming relay where we would swim across the pool, hop out. I think we did like flip cup or something silly, and then you swim across. And like, we like lived with a group of people for like a whole summer. We're not about to lose. Like this is like it's not like I don't care what happens. It's
life or death.
It's like that bitch put my toothbrush in the toilet yesterday because she was mad at me, and like I have to be. It was literally life or death.
Absolutely.
And so we do like a couple relays. I'm feeling fine, and then like my team made it to the finale. So I was like, the finale. I'm so much fucking
not the finale. It was the finale.
Oh my god.
It was a big deal.
Big shift from straight sports boy growing up to gay drag queen sitting before you today. The championship. Not the finale. And like I had to win.
They call it the finale, do they not?
I don't think they call it the finale. That's like a show. That's like a...
That's showbiz for you right there.
Anyway, we won, but I like an enormous cost. Like I had to literally lay down and like try to breathe. I felt like I was gonna pass out and like throw up for like 45 minutes.
That same event, like similar funny story. I was on team with one of my good friends. Bless her soul, Miss Megan Lee. And I gave us a fantastic lead in our heat, a huge lead, like 20 seconds worth of lead. And this poor girl just can't flip a cup to save her life.
Oh, it was the flip cup problem.
It was the flip cup problem. And like two people went by her, and I was just sitting there like, all my hard work for naught. All for naught.
People be acting a fool about flip cup.
It's not like we played it for, a whole school year,
One of our friends will be acting brand new and be like, oh gosh, like I don't know how to flip a cup. I'm like, how do you not know how to flip a cup?
4 years of college. 4 years.
Did you go to class? Like what were you doing?
Internships? Like, ew, why?
Because one of our favorite games, and this like is very much our personality, it's called musical flip cup. And so basically you start a track and everyone's walking around the table, and when the track is paused, you have to go up to a cup, drink whatever's in it, and then flip it. And whoever's last is eliminated, but it's fun because then they get to DJ and start the next round. And
they pick the next song, yeah.
And pick the next song. At home, I just think it's an important, like, cultural phenomenon to know how to flip a cup. Even, like, Jimmy Fallon, that's the first time I flipped a cup. It wasn't even before drinking. He used to do a flip cup game on The Tonight Show.
Would he really?
Yes.
Well, there it is. It's culture is what it is.
It's American culture.
It's true culture. And I'll give you this. I was in a frats. I slammed up. I digress. Like, cut that. We did almost no flip cupping.
Really?
Like almost it was all beer die, which is a lot of fun, by the way. Like beer pong, some other drinking games there. Rage Cage wasn't big in like the Frack Culture, I think.
Right.
And it was more our immediate friend group were the kings of flip cup, one could say.
Back in my day, it was fruity to play games with your liquor.
You either butt chugged it or you put the bottom up and you chugged it yourself.
Fuck them all. We ain't need drinking games to drink. If we wanted to drink, we'll drink.
Drinking wasn't a game for me, it was a lifestyle.
That led to a serious problem that led me to a facility that led me to where I am today.
And now smoking is a game to me now. Anyways.
Oh, we love our fags.
Should we get into our first segment?
Bit of the week.
Bit of the week.
Sure. Take us to our segment.
This is one of my, I say every week. This is one of my favorite bits of all time.
Okay.
There's just so many good bits.
There's
just so many good bits. This one comes from you, actually. I kind of co-opted because I love it. If someone is kind of like acting brand new, right?
Yes.
Or they're just not getting it. You go, what's not clicking? Huh? What's not clicking?
What's not clicking?
What's not clicking?
What's not clicking? What's not clicking?
What's not clicking? What's not clicking? And for our audio listeners, a straight finger right into your temple as you say, what's not clicking? What's not clicking?
And like, to be clear, you don't do this when someone actually doesn't get it. You do it when someone is being, they need to be gathered. They need to be collected. They need to be packaged up, and they need to be shipped back to reality.
Yes. Put all their shit in a box just so it's together. You know?
Like, for example, I don't even know if this is something that's ever happened between us. But say we're baking a cake. And I'm like, okay, Zach, we need 2 eggs from the fridge. And Zach doesn't listen. And he doesn't do anything. I'm like, did you get the eggs? He's like, no. Sorry, I'll get them. And then he gets the eggs out. He's like, how many eggs do I need? I'm like, we need 2 eggs. And he like isn't listening again already. And then he turns and he's like, wait, how many eggs? That's when you look them dead in the eyes, camera 2, and you go, what's that clicking?
What's that clicking?
Whoa, what? What's that clicking? Oh my god! It's pretty fun.
It's awesome.
Do you have an example? Do you have another example?
I think you got it right on the head. That's pretty much perfect.
What's not clicking?
What's not clicking? Like, what is not clicking? I personally love it when like someone's is. For example, we're playing Smash Brothers, and you're supposed to be doing well, and you're doing so poorly. As always.
Oh, me? I thought this
you.
was the hypothetical you.
No, this is the hypothetical you.
Oh, okay. Hi, audio listeners. Checking in on you. Are you the hypothetical you? Or are you what's the opposite of a hypothetical you?
A proverbial they.
Or are you the realistic I? Audio listeners ponder and respond.
The dauntless us. On that one. I picked that.
Wow.
I know.
Okay.
What's not clicking, audio listeners?
What's not clicking? Make your choice.
Time to ante up.
Zach, before we start recording, I wasn't going to be able to like make it to the doctor to get my earlobes checked for a damp disease, DD, until the paycheck cleared from the Patreon.
Oh.
And then I was able to afford it.
Oh my gosh, we're recording. Twink Twunk viewers and listeners, we can't tell you how much this means to us. The
means
Patreon.
everything.
Every single week, we're designing stickers of the DIVOS looks. Every month, you get a new Zach sticker. We are, I think, 1 week away from a new Zach sticker.
We're very close, yeah.
We're 1 week away from a new Zach sticker.
I don't know how it'd be the other one.
It's gonna be tough to beat. Comment your favorite Zach look from these past few weeks below.
Oh, yeah.
Patreon's super fun. We send them out with little postcards and thank you notes, and all the stickers will come to your door. So if you want any of these stickers, look at that.
Look at those.
Look at those.
Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed. And please, if you have not, please consider. These stickers are honestly wonderful. And more than that, it means the world to us for every single subscriber out there that watches our show and enjoys enough to monetarily support us. And, you know, it helps with peace of mind. Only half of it is embezzled. So,
right.
You know, better rate than most of the companies out there.
Exactly. And if we wanted to pay taxes, we would, but we don't. So,
oh my
God, cut the commercial.
Cut.
Happy almost Pride Month!
Happy almost Pride Month.
So, as we get back into Twink Twank Twunk Season 1 Part 2 S1P2, I do want to take a moment because Pride Month literally, what day is it today?
The 7th.
I think it premieres in less than 3 weeks. I haven't posted this anywhere yet. I'll start my like rollout and promo and everything soon, but it's going to be a 7-week rollout, posting 7 days a week. We're talking a music video for each look. We're talking a photo shoot for each look. We're talking 2 different behind the scenes TikToks about the creation, about the makeup, the outfit construction. We're talking a hyper realistic artist hand-drawn illustration of each look in the inspiration of the series, which will release very soon. We're talking a full behind-the-scenes video that we shot for each of our location shoots for the music videos. And then we get 1 day to breathe.
It's an experience is what it is.
I guess that's all I have to say. I just am so excited about it.
I'm really, really excited. I mean, last year's Pride Month was already fantastic. And I've seen some of the behind the scenes. I've seen the artwork, which that alone is just like, oh my God. Talk about hyper realistic. I know. And I will say what I loved is, I'm sure our audience won't be able to tell, but like you kind of honed in on what you want to make the artwork. Like the first one was really fun, but like it kind of honed into a vibe.
We have a much clearer aesthetic now. I am able, so like my tenants, we've talked about this in the pod before, like, you know, I used to be like, okay, I want to be femme, I want to be fashion, I want to be clown, I want to be creature, I want to be, you know, glamour, or whatever the other ones were. And now I was thinking about this series, almost all of them have all of that. And I have a few looks that I hand sewed myself. I have a few looks that I styled the hair. I did all the rhinestone spinning on all of them. And then I've also worked with so many amazing queer people on this series, like hairstylists, pasty makers, fashion designers, photo editors, videographers, photographers, other drag queens. One of the music videos is going to have a bunch of other drag queens, which I'm so excited about. We're going to have a kickoff party at an undisclosed location at an undisclosed date. Don't even think about trying to sneak into my party.
No crashing.
But I'm
DIVOS
so
only.
excited. And Zach conveniently is leaving immediately as Pride Month starts.
I have to go spread the love. Imagine this. I'm your messenger to the outer worlds, bringing DIVOS to those who need it most.
Oh,
Yeah.
I do like the rhyming there.
Yeah.
So are you going to stay for the Pride Parade?
When's the
The WeHo Pride Parade?
When's the WeHo Pride Parade?
Alexa, what's the first Saturday in June?
Saturday in June is June 1st, 2024.
It'll be June
Oh.
2nd.
I'm never June 2nd.
Camera, did you get that? Camera 2. Ally Zach has confirmed June 2nd he'll be at WeHo Pride while Devo stomps those streets. So now that Zach's going to be at the Pride Parade, should we go to Educate the Stray?
It's a good segue. Knowledge.
So I'm going to give you the chance to make a change.
Aww.
To be the ally that you are.
Yeah.
Zach, my Educate the Straight this week is to pose you the question, well, if there's a LGBTQIA plus a queer Pride Month, where's straight pride? What's the answer to that question? He's got it. Don't cringe. Don't be scared.
What is the last 2020 years?
Yep.
Yeah! Nailed it!
Oh, that's it. That's a bow in the... You know what? Okay, that's pretty solid. You're saying the last 2020 years are the straight Pride Month.
Yeah.
You know what? I think that's correct.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
What were you going to say?
Oh, I didn't know if you were going to try to explain further, but I think you did the safe answer.
I've learned. I'm no fool.
So I wanted to pose you that question because a show called We're Here is back on for season 4. And they take 3 girls who usually are Drag Race girls, and they go to like small towns in the United States, and they put on a drag show. They like take in one of the local drag queens or a queer person and like, you know, have them talk about their experience growing up in a small town. It's like usually pretty devastating, but then it ends so happy. And in the newest season, they're in Tennessee, like in the midst of the drag bands and
Tennessee?
Tennessee.
You know only 10 I see.
Oh! It's fun to look at a 4. No, but so they're in Tennessee. It's crazy. But there's this one black wrestler, like, you know, not like the kind of performative wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
Super gay. He's only like able to do like his thing in this one gym. It's the only gym it's welcomed in. And he has this like coach, and it's this like white hillbilly, like redneck guy. And he's just the most supportive, like nice person. And they're about to put him up in drag to perform in like the show for like the Tennessee segment of the series. And it's like so interesting to hear this guy in Tennessee, like how he literally is like, you know, there have been times where entire communities have like been threatening to kill him because of his support for this queer black person and his like giving him a platform. But oh my God, I'm gonna cry. It's so cute. The queer black wrestler in the interview with Priyanka, who is the queen that is like hosting the show, he's like, yeah, like this opportunity saved my life. And it cuts like the straight white guy, and he's like, that's like the best gift I've ever received. Like hearing you say it, like that's all I've ever wanted. Like, you know, and it's just so like it's like ridiculous. It's like so sweet. I don't like. How do you find these people? It's like crazy because
it's really sweet,
and thank God they do because it shows such a good narrative. That last episode just ended with this 16-year-old girl going up into city council, and this is the frustrating part now. And she's talking about how there are only 2 genders, like God intended this way. Like how in 2024 are we going to tell our children that there are more than 2 genders so that we can sexualize them? Or that you can be born a male and come out a female, or be born a female or come out a male. And she compares it to crazy things. She's like, if you can be born gay, does that mean a man that cheats on his wife is born an adulterer? Yeah.
What?
I know.
Oh my gosh, she's breaking her back, jumping through all those hoops.
I know, and this is a 16-year-old, so it's her dad that like wrote this. You know what I mean? Like
that's just sad that
it's not her intervention.
Way, you know?
Like, yeah, I know. But anyway, I can't wait for Pride Month. Excellent job. Pride Month, straight Pride was the last 2020 years.
Wait. So how the Tennessee wrestler relate to straight Pride or straight Pride Month?
Well, because I was thinking about the ally in the show, and so I was like, let's see how Zach answers an ally question when put in a heart. Because he wasn't like perfect with the way he responded, but every time the ally like answered a question, it was very like kind and thoughtful and eloquent.
Aw, that's very sweet.
Yeah,
very very.
And
sweet.
you chose to be comedic, but
which I think shows
is
an
also
equal level of support,
and awareness,
understanding.
Yeah, we don't want to take it all that serious.
Yeah, it's just drag after all.
It really is just drag.
It's just drag. IJD, baby.
And drag is not inherently sexual in any manner. Should I cut that out?
I want that to read me a book.
Another part of the episode, then we'll stop talking about it, is this the main like local drag queen they're talking to. He like reveals that Pride had been canceled this year because the last Pride he hosted, and his like one of his boobs fell out of the bottom of his dress. Like just like embarrassing. Like it happened.
Yeah.
Like whatever. And he made like a little joke about it, and they blew it out of proportion. And so this guy feels like it's his fault that his entire town doesn't have pride because
my
like
God.
of one line that he said. And so the story arc isn't over. The final episode airs on Friday, but like it's just like great. It's just like I know.
His boob fell out.
Sorry, my breast hit the floor.
Oh my gosh.
Usually people pay me for that.
I know, that happens to everyone. It's like so commonplace.
But
Ugh.
it's almost Pride Month. It's almost our time to celebrate.
Happy almost Pride Month.
Happy almost Pride Month. Yeah.
Yeah. We have our Twink Twank Twunks of the week.
It's time for the twink. It's time for the twink. It's time for the twunk of the week.
I have a fun one to start.
Okay.
My twunk of the week is a trunk. A trunk of a car. I mean, because like, why not?
Okay.
It's big. It's bassy.
Okay.
It holds things.
Okay.
Come on, you slam it shut. You spill.
Ooh! What
It's
about
a trunk.
automatic trunks?
Oh,
Then what?
those become very twink. Very twink.
Okay, then my twink of the week is automatic trunks. Automatic and manual trunks from Twink to Twunk.
The
binary.
The whole range.
Yes.
There are only 2 trunks.
But what about the open face trunks?
No! If God
They
wanted
chose
an
to
open
be that
face trunk, they chose to be that way. Look, it's spicy in the studio.
Gee whiz. But that's how ridiculous it is.
No, it's fucking insane. It's actually insane.
Watch We're Here. It's on HBO Max.
Yes.
Okay.
Watch me here. My twink of the week are hexagons. Or no. Trapezoids?
Which one?
What's
are
the
you-
one that has the long base and the short top and the diagonal
I think
sides?
that's a trapezoid.
Trapezoids are my twink.
Okay, I agree.
Right? Because like triangles, twink. Circles, twink. Right? Squares,
Yeah.
twink. Like twonk. But come on, a trapezoid, very twink.
Also, the trapezoid area equation is like B1, B2 because the bases are different, like lengths, and it's too much.
yeah, I'm not sure. Like
Okay, I
it's-
agree.
Yeah.
Okay, my twink of the week is chia seed beverages. I thought it was gonna be like like strawberry kiwi, like lemonade with like a few seeds. You're like, no, it was like drinking like mini like gelatinous boba things. They were like multiplying in my mouth. It was like really. It was twink. I think it was healthy, but like I just couldn't do it.
At what cost?
At what cost? At what cost?
The consistency alone, I think, would have kind of set me.
I
over the
agree.
edge. That's just like
It was like a lot.
My twink of the week is those pop sockets that you put on the back of your phone, just like put in between your
Oh.
fingers. just very
That's
twink.
So twink.
Very twink. It's just like, ooh, look at me! I can't even hold my own phone. It's like, oh, look, I can prop it up. It's like it's so twink.
Right.
It's very twink.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be vulnerable here with my twunk. Twink Twink Twunk. Audio listeners checking back in. Hope you're doing well.
Hi, listeners.
Video listeners. Our twunk is this damn camera setup. We're gonna do it. Can you take a little video with your phone? We'll take it later.
We'll take it
My
later.
poor Canon G7X. The screws came out, so we have to duct tape the screen up. The tripod of my ring light has broken, so we have to duct tape the ring light to the tripod. Like, if you didn't think you needed to join the Patreon, this is your sign. I mean, it's working, and you don't know it's not glamorous, but I'm being vulnerable here. It's not all glamour.
I kind of like it.
It's
to be honest with
endearing,
you. It's
and it
very
works.
endearing, and it works. Yeah.
But this is our first episode back. I felt so rejuvenated. It felt very easy to talk up, and like I just feel really good about this.
I feel wonderful. I feel good. Dare I say, I feel best.
Best?
Woo!
I feel best.
Don't be sorry. Be best.
Well, choose joy, audio listeners at home. Get home safe. Come on in.
What's
Oh my
up, cooking?
That's how we should end the season. Is we should do every bit of the week back to back, not breaking character.
Oh God!
We're the only 2 people that want that. All right,
Thank you so much for watching, everybody.
Yeah.